So we have the 2025 Athletes Unlimited Softball League All-Star Cup. It's called the Championships. The championship season. It was called. Now they're doing it now because they have the MLB's support in investment in the league. They're still doing the All-Star Cup, but however, it's like the AUX, some athletes in the AUX season. AUX season is the AUX softball that they've had before. It's pretty much what the championship, what like this All-Star Cup has turned into, where they do like the previous rules of Athletes Unlimited Softball League, where you score points for a hit. It's like more individualized focus game. Like I was saying, it's more like an individual focus game where you get points for a hit, like runs batted in, walk. Getting hit by pitch, walk. You lose points for getting out or getting struck out, and you get points for like singles, doubles, triples. Home runs, you get so many points for each thing. And then the pitchers can earn stuff. The pitchers just do it differently, where they get points for getting strikeouts, and stuff like that. That's kind of what it is. And there's it's kind of like the AUX softball, the AUX softball. 18 games in the AUX softball, and then the championship. It was like a shortened version of this season, the 2024 championship was. But it's like I said, they call it the All-Star Cup now. It's basically like the AUX softball, where they had 18 games. They had 30 in the championship, but there's more games this season. They had each team played more games total. Other than that, because the MLB is investment in different college campuses, in minor league baseball ballparks, that type of thing. But let's talk about, so we have at 2 Eastern on ESPN 2 and 4:30 Eastern, doubleheader back-to-back on ESPN 2. It's interrupting ESPN 2's coverage of ESPN 8, the Ocho, which, I'm surprised it kind of is. But oh well. And we have Team Ocasio versus Team Kilfoyle. You have Team Alicia Ocasio versus Team Lexi Kilfoyle. Team Amanda Lorenz versus Team Eugenia.
So you want to do something?
In the AUSL All-Star Cup, they also have it where they use draft players. All the players that were on the 4 teams during the regular season. They participate in the All-Star Cup. And then you might have fill-in players, reserve players. That fill in for players that are injured. Stuff like that. They can sign a player for it because of that reason. Possibly, and those might be in there. And we have Georgina Court in Maryland. And we have some games on there right now. Then we have one on Sunday, August 3rd from Ting Stadium. And let's see. No, so it's home to Cold Spring Summers, a collegiate baseball league. High Spring Summers, the team in the Coastal Plain League, collegiate center baseball league team, and it has AUSL 2, used for football, basketball, and soccer programs for like kids club league teams, kids and it's Wake of Sea Women in the USLW. So yeah, and they already have that's what it is. So I thought it was a college one, but it's not. So they have that. They have Team Georgina Quirk versus Lexi Kilfield, and then we have Alicia Ocasio versus it's Team Ocasio versus Runs. That's at 1 Eastern on ESPNU. And then at on Sunday, they're having ESPN 8 out showing it. So I thought they would on with ESPN. And then they have a game on ESPN Plus at 6:30 Eastern. And I'm surprised on ESPN 2 or ESPNU, but there must be something else on. There's Holly Springs, North Carolina on ESPN Plus. It's Team Alicia Ocasio versus Man Runs. And ESPN Plus is the exclusive home to all AUSL All-Star Cup games. Since everyone wants the main part now, ESPN will get ESPN, or either ESPN is saying bid up the AWSL because more games and they're having the All-Star Cup, so they bid up the All-Star Cup. Maybe I can see that because they did show a good amount of games in the regular season in the championship. And then they have ones in Greenville, North Carolina. Max are joining her family's team. And that's the showcase games. These are the showcase games at the Little League Softball World Series. They have 2 showcase games where now, and they have it to where all the teams and all the teams that are participating at the Little League Softball World Series, they are able to watch the games, which I think is awesome. And they have a doubleheader. And I like that they do split the single one ticket gets you both games. I like that because it's not like MLB thing where people might actually pay for both games. A lot of people would actually pay for the 2 games, or they might, or sometimes I think even MLB does. If they have a split doubleheader, I think they even do 2 tickets, 1 game. I know minor league does, and I'm sure major league does that as well. That's a no-brainer. Do that. They have Georgina Court against Alicia Ocasio's team and Lexi Kilfield's team and the Maryland's team. And they have a draft where they draft the players. Not the 4 people that are picked to be the captains. They get to pick their own teams, and then whoever has the lead after this part of the season, August 19th, then they'll draft before. Then they'll have a couple week break, and then they have a stadium, Parkway Bank Sports Complex in Rosemont, Illinois. That's where the where Athletes Unlimited Softball League was held before. They had a few stints in there during the regular season. Either A, because they weren't able to get extra games and schedule games at other stadiums, or B, maybe that's probably what it was, extra stints, or maybe promote that. But then they have games nearby for the Little League Support Series at Ting's team. And they have the Little League Supported Series games, which I'm not surprised they're sold out. Those ones I'm not surprised one bit. And then we have, which I think is awesome, that they have a few showcase games. Little League Supported Series. Yeah. And then we have one game on ESPN2 at 7 Eastern, or 8 Eastern. It is Team Gold versus Team Blue. And then at 10 Eastern, there's one game in Rosemont only. Which I'm surprised it's really late. 10 Eastern, I wonder what's going on that night. I'm kind of curious to look, hear what's going on ESPN's schedule. Here. I'm going to look here. Look here. August 19th. It's the US Open qualifying first round for a couple hours. Okay. Which makes sense. ESPN says US Open qualifying. Okay. Well, it's the mixed doubles championship at the US Open, because they have the US Open mixed doubles championship earlier, and they're having 4 teams compete in mixed. They're having the mixed doubles earlier than during qualifying then. This time, though, I forgot about that. What's on ESPN? It's the Little League Baseball World Series, and they have the Kingdom presented by State Farm for the NFL series. So, okay, that explains it. Right, I'm surprised it could be on ESPN earlier. Yeah, it's a 10 Eastern on ESPN 2. And then we have one game on ESPN on the 21st at 7 Eastern, Team Orange versus Team Gold. And then there'll probably be there's going to be soon a second draft for those 3 games. And then there'll be a third draft, I'm assuming, before the 3 games, for the games, the double headers. There'll be you're playing 6 games with one team. Because you played 4 and then you played 7. Each team plays 7 games. Or, no. It's 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So there's 9 teams total. So each team plays 5. No. Yeah, 5 total. Oh. 2. That's 1. 2. Yep, that's 4. 6 is 3. 7. 9 is 5, yep. Alright, 6 is 3. Unless you're Team Blue. Oh, you only play 4 if you're oh, each team plays 5. Okay, yeah, I thought for a second, huh? Yes, each team does play 5. Usually it goes down to 4 teams for the first part of the season. And then it goes on to Then it goes down to 3 teams for the first part of the showcase. Okay, and then it goes up to back to 4, as then we're gonna have another redraft. Right here we have team on Sunday, August 24th at 3 Eastern. That kind of confused me there. It was 3 Eastern. ESPNU has. We have Team Blue versus Team Orange, and then at 5:30 Eastern, it's going to be Team Gold versus Team Purple on ESPN Plus. And then Monday, August 25th, both games in ESPNU, starting at 6 Eastern. We have Team Purple versus Team Orange. We'll have Team Blue versus Team Gold at 8:30 Eastern, 7:30 local. And then another game, both games in ESPNU for that on 26th, August 26th. We have 6 Eastern, 5 Central, local. It's Team Purple versus Team Blue. Team Orange versus Team Blue at 7:30. It's local 8:30 Eastern. Then again, starting at 5 Eastern, both games in ESPN Plus on the 28th. This will be another redraft. We have Team Blue versus Team. We'll have 3 double headers, so that'll make it 15 games total. Then we have another double header, so that'll be 17 games total. Team Blue versus Team Orange on August 29th at 6 Eastern, 8:30 Eastern, 5 and 7:30 Central local time. On ESPN Plus, so it'll be 17 games. Then 19 games total, because we have 2 on August 30th in Rosemont Parkway's main sports complex at 4 Eastern and 6:30 Eastern, 3 and 5:30 Central, and ESPN Plus. And that makes sense because it's due to college football overlap. Now that one makes sense on August 30th. That one does, but there might be like college soccer, like college volleyball overlap. Now that one makes sense on Sunday, but might be new overlap and stuff like that. I could see that. And yeah, maybe here's college sports overlap. I could see that. ESPN. Or college football or high school football. They show out more high school football early in the season. And then we have the 30th, we have Team Purple versus Team Orange, Team Blue versus Team Gold. And then on the 31st, starting at 1:30 Central, 2:30 Eastern. 2:30 Eastern, we have Team Purple versus Team Blue on ESPN Plus. And then Team Orange versus Team Gold will be at 5 Eastern, 4 Central. That will be on ESPN U. So yeah. That'll be it. So we have 21 games here. We have 21 games in the AUSL All-Star Cup in 13 days. However, 3 of them are due to only having three days or having 1 game with 3 teams with Team Gold, Team Blue, and Team Orange in the stadium at Parkway Bank Sports Complex. And then we'll go to having 14 then, and then there's 2 game days with a single game in Holly Springs, North Carolina, instead of having a doubleheader one day like they probably want to be able to do. they do not. And they have like the idea of single headers. I'm kind of surprised that they're only having 3 teams. Maybe it's a testing with only having 3 teams. But I kind of like having 4 teams. Yeah, that's it.